Hi everyone, it's Dr. D. You know I'm excited, right? Because it's October 1st and it's the beginning of our Brain Burst explanations in under 2 minutes of culturally responsive teaching and using it to help close the achievement gap in math, science, and STEM of minorities and English learners. So I'm really excited. So we are going to begin this process and you're going to have strategies. You're going to be able to go to the website. There's going to be tons of resources for you. But we got to really work towards closing this achievement gap in math, science, and STEM to some of the most unrepresented populations. Our females, our African Americans, and other minorities, and our English language learners. Because we are too busy trying to associate language development with intellectual capacity, and it's not true. So let us begin this series on culturally responsive teaching in our quest to help close the STEM, math, and science achievement gap. Let's go. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you what culturally responsive teaching is not. Okay, it is not a program. It's not a curriculum. It's nothing you can purchase. It's a mindset change. It is a mindset change. It's taking the time to reflect on our biases. Explicit is outright, right? So you know what your explicit biases is. It's the implicit biases that cause the relationship breakdown in the classroom, and it's being able to address those. Culturally responsive teaching is a research-based approach where we look at the kids through the assets, the richness that they bring to the classroom, and use that in the instruction. Because culturally responsive teaching is the one approach that has been shown to close the achievement gap. And that is huge. Because what has to happen is that we have to look at the kids not through a deficit lens, which means that we can't look at the students for what they lack. We have to look at the students through what they bring to the classroom. And by doing this, we are able to address our misinterpretations of student actions. We understand the cultures of the students, of these linguistically and culturally diverse students, and we understand the cultures and the actions, right? Then we can catch ourselves before we misinterpret the action. It helps us in developing relationships. It helps us in what we know, what to say and what not to say, because we understand that culture. Culturally responsive teaching is a brain-based strategy. So for our next session on October 15th, I'm going to delve deeper into the brain connections so that you can understand that culturally responsive teaching is neurologically based. And if you remember my videos on the amygdala and the reticular activating system and the prefrontal cortex and how stress keeps the communication to the thinking part of the brain, then it's going to make sense to you as to why culturally responsive teaching is something that every single educator needs to know about and get training on, that every policymaker needs to understand, and what every curriculum writer needs to understand, because we cannot continue to give our culturally and linguistically diverse students watered down curriculum. We can't. We need to let them access rigorous curriculum so that they have the same opportunities as all other students in being academically successful. See you on October 15th. Happy sciencing, Dr. D.